Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2023 or Pokemon Horizons the Series anime episode review. This time I am talking about episode 28. So, let's get to it. In this episode, Liko, Friede and Roy track down the antiques vendor Diana told them about in order to learn more about the ancient Pokeballs, though Diana herself stayed behind to decipher an ancient text. Liko and the company soon find who they are looking for, an old man named Tepen, who, believing that they are customers, offers them several shady goods. Once Liko reveals that Diana sent them, Tepen's demeanor clearly changes, suggesting that he has a complicated relationship with Diana. He brings up the fact that he had adventured with her a lot in the past, and he cites one such adventure which sounds like it's made up. Roy soon shows Tepen the ancient Pokeball, and Tepen's demeanor quickly changes again. He is clearly keenly interested. He suspiciously asks to have a closer look, backpack and all, and inexplicably, Roy obliges. Tepen turns around to conduct his inspection, and he obviously, at least for us the audience, performs a sleight of hand. He then returns the backpack like nothing happened, saying that he knows nothing. Disappointed, Liko and the company decide to ask around elsewhere, so that their trip is not in vain. While they don't realize what happened, Athena does, since she senses Tepen's malicious intent. However, her attempt to warn the others falls on deaf ears, because they decide to grab lunch since Fuecoco is hungry. As they eat, Roy's backpack moves on its own, and a fungus soon emerges from it. This makes Roy search his backpack only to find that the ancient Pokeball is gone, revealing to us that Tepen replaced a Pokeball with another. Well, technically. Though Liko and the company believe that Roy must have dropped it near Tepen's stand, so they head back there to have a look around. Unfortunately, Tepen, ever the smart crook, packs up and he leaves in a hurry. So when Liko and the company make it back to where he was, they are perplexed by his absence. This makes Friede realize that they've been had. Therefore, they decide to search for the thief, who, as he makes his getaway, calls a potential buyer of the ancient Pokeball to arrange a deal. Liko and Roy have no luck finding Tepen. However, Friede flies by him, prompting Tepen to give the ancient Pokeball to his Lampent so that it can run off with the stolen goods on its own, aiming to rendezvous with Tepen later. Soon after this exchange, Friede finds Tepen, who unsurprisingly pleads innocent. To reveal his wrongdoing, Friede and Captain Pikachu search his belongings, though of course they find nothing. However, Friede does realize that Lampent is gone, which allows him to figure out who has the ancient Pokeball. Since Friede knows the truth, Tepen flips his card over in order to hinder his pursuers and he runs away. While Charizard chases him, it does so by wrecking several nearby stands. understandably infuriating the owners, who make it and Friede put everything back in order. As they do this, Friede informs Liko and Roy of the situation, and he sends Cap as backup. Liko and Roy begin searching for Lampent, who they soon find, though not before it reunites with Tepen's other Pokemon. Once they spot Liko and the company, a chase ensues. Tepen's Pokemon make their way to a museum where they try to pass off as an exhibition to avoid being spotted. This plan unsurprisingly fails, though they still give their pursuers the slip. They soon get to a park where Bronzong and Honech choose to stay behind to hinder Roy and Fuecoco, who fight back as best they can, though they are ultimately briefly incapacitated. Meanwhile, Liko and her Pokemon intercept Lampent and Bronzor. Sprigatito uses Leafage, hoping to cut the rope holding the bag that houses the ancient Pokeball, but Bronzor successfully shields Lampent. However, Athena uses her psychic powers to lift a nearby shovel, which she uses to cut the rope. Though before Sprigatito can get the Pokeball back, Tepen's other Pokemon and Tepen himself intervene. Roy and Fuecoco soon join the fray. Roy sends out Wattrel and a full-on battle over the ancient Pokeball begins. While Liko, Roy, and their Pokemon try their hardest, they are ultimately unable to win, with Fungus appearing to end them for good by putting the Pokemon to sleep. Thankfully, Cap, as always, arrives in the nick of time to save the day. Friede and Charizard soon arrive as well, sealing Tepen's fate. Just as Liko and the company wonder what to do with Tepen, Diana appears, furious because the ancient text she was trying to decipher, which she got from Tepen, turned out to be fake. I love that to punish him, she tells Arcanine to straight up incinerate him. You definitely don't want to mess with this grandma. However, Liko stops the execution, so Diana settles instead for berating Tepen, wondering what happened to him, since he was not like this before, revealing in the process that they did adventure together. Tepen was not lying about this. He denies her claims, saying that he has always been a crook. But Diana uses Bronzor to reveal Tepen's true feelings. He wants to go back to being an adventurer. Diana urges him to do so, saying that he should do right by the Pokemon he met and bonded with during his adventures. Tepen tearfully vows to do just this, while also apologizing for his wrongdoings. As they say their goodbyes, Tepen reveals who he intended to sell the ancient Pokeball to, an expert Pokeball craftsman who is interested in any rare Pokeballs. The episode ends with Tepen giving Liko and the company the location of said craftsman, since they are interested in knowing if they might know something about the ancient Pokeballs. So, that's the short but detailed summary of the episode. Now it's time to highlight, analyze, and comment on my favorite moments and or moments that are noteworthy / interesting. Honestly, this episode had even less value than the previous one, since we learned basically nothing and nothing important happened. All this episode did was have Liko and the company go on a wild goose chase that only provided them with their next destination. Something that could have been accomplished in any episode. However, despite being even more inconsequential, filler-like, and unnecessary than the previous episode, this episode was still more enjoyable. Simply because there was more action in it, it was funnier, there was more going on, the stakes were higher, and there was no going back and forth between two different storylines. So the narrative was more focused. All of this means that this episode definitely kept me more invested and entertained than the previous one. So despite its worthlessness when it comes to the story and the characters, I still had fun watching it. Certainly more than the previous episode. But those are my thoughts on and analysis of the episode. Now it's time to bring this review to a close by going over my overall opinion of the episode. So, overall, this episode was alright. While it contributed nothing of value, at least it was a fun watch. Which is better than being both lacking in value and in entertainment like the previous episode. Still, Horizon should up the quality of episodes soon, because too many episodes like this one and the previous one in a row will definitely put a damper on the exquisite story built up in some of the preceding episodes. But that's the review and the video. So, as always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this one right away. Additionally, down in the description, I have affiliate links for GameStop, which is where I buy all my gaming related stuff, affiliate links for Amazon, which is where I buy all my stuff that is not gaming related or groceries, and a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page. These links will all allow you to support me directly if you would like to. I would very much appreciate it. Also, I have a link to my second channel where I cover Resident Evil. If this is something that would interest you, then please check said channel out. Thank you so very much for watching, and let's meet again in the next video.